catches it for a touchdown.
Would you look at that? Evergreen. Would you look at that?
Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. All righty, hey, we want to welcome you guys everyone to McKenzie Stadium. You guys came in right in time for the national anthem, so we are going to step aside and let that play out, and then we'll be right back to the forecast, or the broadcast. Forecast is... Everybody from Comcast Channel 28 and Channel 328 for the HD version. This is EPS Sports. Rodney Lawrence, Brian Vassbinder here at McKenzie Stadium on a Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock start time. Heritage Timberwolves are hosting the Camas Papermakers tonight. We haven't seen Camas play. We just heard about teams that have played them up so far this year. This is the first time they've actually been out here at McKenzie Stadium, but they are bringing a load, and they are a well-coached team, and they've got a lot of pieces. Heritage is going to have to play their best ball to stay with these guys and put themselves in positions to win.
Yeah, they certainly will. I mean, Camas went out and beat Skyview earlier this week, 38-10. Camas is a very good team. So Heritage certainly has their hands full. They're going to have to be perfect on both sides of the football, take care of their opportunities, minimize mistakes. Hopefully some of the mistakes that we saw last week have been shored up in communication and that type of thing, because they're going to need it tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. So with that also being said, for you folks who have friends and family outside of the Comcast area, make sure you let them know about the YouTube channel. That's the Evergreen School District's channel. Go to EPS Sports and then go to the live stream, and then they can enjoy the game as well. Thank everybody for joining us today, and we are off to the races for this final game on the Saturday afternoon. And the kick is off, and that is going to sail into the end zone. So Heritage will take their first possession on the 20-yard line. Starting quarterback tonight will be Khalil Osmond. Khalil has been the starter for the last couple of games that we have broadcast. And we have been able to see that young man just get better and better as he is just getting the time in. He's just getting to play. He's only a sophomore, so he's got a lot of time to do some great things for the Heritage program. Caden Bolds. That's going to be that looks like that is going to be Bodie Parker, number 21, who's going to take the first snap. Heritage will be playing their game today without one of their starting running backs, and that is going to be Andre Cowley. He is dressed in civilian clothes today. Not quite sure if that's because of some injury he sustained last week. But he is not actually suited to play tonight, so we'll see some different opportunities for some other folks. Sends a man in motion. Camas all over the top of that. Running back runs into the back of his blocker.
He's brought down by number 44, Jarius Phillips.
And that is Wade Scott, number 28, who carried the ball on that play. Scott, pistol formation, lined up directly behind the quarterback. Osmond trying to find a man out there at the sidelines, not able to make a connection. Intended receiver on that play was number 18. Let's see if we can't get that young man's name. And that's LaDamian McCord. McCord, that's correct. That's going to bring up a 4th and down long situation, so we've got a punt. And it looks like field clock ran out. We're going to get a delay of game. That's going to back them up 5 more before they make this punt. So that will push the kicker into the end zone. And we'll start the clock again. Coming in to get the snap. Punt goes pretty much straight up in the air. It's not going to take a favorable bounce. And it looks like they're going to down it right there at the 34-yard line. So Camas, for the first time, is going to take the ball over. Some very good field position. Jake Blair, starting quarterback for the Papermakers.
Yeah, it's not the start that Heritage wanted tonight. They just couldn't get their offense going in that first offensive series.
No, they sure could not. Camas will come out in shotgun formation. And that first snap is going to be a bad one. Blair able to pick the ball up. Scramble around, has a man open down the field who makes the catch. And is going to get in for a touchdown off a broken play, a bad snap. I tell you what, and that is going to be Andrew, number 4, Carrasas, who is just standing there waiting for Blair to find his way open and just hits him down the sideline for the big touchdown. Not anything anybody thought that was going to happen in the first play. I mean, the first play, you just kind of don't think things are going to happen that way.
No, you don't. I mean, especially, and how many, bad snaps have we seen this season, Rodney? And, Jake Blair was able to scramble out of it, avoid a few tackles, and find an open man still.
Yeah, he sure was. Matt Gerardo is number 52 and the kicker, and he is able to put that one through. So in a very short amount of time, Camas, off a broken play, is able to score on a 32-yard touchdown. Connection to the wide receiver, pretty much just standing on the sidelines waiting to see what was going to happen. So Heritage's offense gets another opportunity here real quick to right the wrong and get some points on the board themselves. Nice shot there of the T-Wolves band. Nice that they'll trying to get back to some kind of normalcy here with fans in the stands and the band cheering on their home team. Camas Papermaker fans across the way brought a pretty good crowd here based on social distancing. And this ball is going to get caught on the 2. And he is going to get stopped there on a great open field tackle right there at the 16-yard line.
Looked like that was number 32, Richard Braskett, that came down with that tackle.
Yeah, Aidan Miller, the ball carrier. Aidan took a good pop on that one. They will break the huddle. Alex Anderson lined up here at the bottom of the screen. 2 running backs this time. Another handoff. And the Camas defense is swarming. They are right there on top of him as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And that was Jarius Phillips for his second tackle of the day.
Wyatt Scott, the ball carrier. Wing formation, sends a man in motion. Fly sweep. He is able to find the edge, and he is going to get a couple before he gets run out of bounds. And that's going to be number 18, Accord, their speedster. Breaks the huddle here, has a wing back. And we are going to get a timeout called by the T-Wolves. They're very close to getting a delay of game penalty called on them, so the coach decided he'll reset the clock, call a timeout, make sure everybody's going to be on the same page.
Yeah, that was real close to being the second one of the game so far. Good idea to call a timeout there. Go ahead and make sure everybody's organized to figure out what we're doing.
So that'll burn 1 of 3 that they're allowed in the in each half of the game. Camas defense up to this point seems to be well dialed in on what Heritage is trying to run. Heritage lined up traditional 5-man front. Osmond looking for McCord over there at the sidelines. Not going to be able to make that completion. Luke Jamison, linebacker out there, kind of got in the way, got his hands up in the middle of that, not allowing that pass to be completed. And that'll bring up a second 4th down and a second kick for the Heritage Timberwolves. High snap that gets away from him. She just kicked that out of bounds. He's going to try and run it out, and he is just going to get taken down in the end zone for the safety. So they will get 2 more points added on to the 7. And now it is now 9-0 for Camas. Snap a little high, but that probably still should have been caught and kicked.
Yeah, It still should have been caught, and I understand what he was trying to do by getting, by running it, but you're absolutely right. Once he was able to avoid that first tackle, do anything to get a foot on it and kick it as far and wide as you can.
Or just kick it out of the back of the end zone, take the 2 points anyway, because, I mean, the way he was getting chased down, you definitely didn't want him to get out of the end zone and get tackled.
Right.
Because then that's where Camas would have took the ball over.
Yeah.
So now the Timberwolves will kick it off from the 20-yard line. The deep men for Camas standing on about the between the 25 and 30-yard line. And that one's going to get kicked away. Picked up about the 40. And he'll be slung down by his jersey right there at midfield.
Looks like that was number 1, Elijah Reynolds, that was able to go ahead and grab a hold of the ball carrier, bring him down right at midfield there.
Carrassos, the ball handler on that one. Jake Blair brings the Papermakers here to the field at 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. And that's going to be another snap. This time almost an opportunity to turn that ball over. Good look from the running back, John Schultz, number 37. Jump on that fumble, but that is going to be a 10-yard loss and bring up 2nd down and 20. So the exchange between the quarterback and the center is still a problem with teams just across the league.
Yeah, is the air different in the springtime than it is in the fall?
I'm not sure, but that ball seems to be sailing on everybody right now. Blair drops back as a man open. Oh, not able to hold on to it. Tried to hit his big tight end there, number 88, Connor Murphy. Murphy listed as 6'4", 230. That'll bring up 3rd down and 20. Blair drops back, has a receiver open down the seam, and just kind of throws that ball in between the 2 receivers. Looks like there might have been some mix-up on who he was trying to get that to. He had both Bryce and Andrew, number 4 and 14 out there in close proximity, but nobody able to bring that one in, so Camas will kick the ball away for their 2nd possession here.
Yeah. Well, Brady Culp did a great job as the safety there to go ahead and bump that receiver off the route.
All right, Camas has all 11 men on the field ready to go. And we got a delay of game penalty against the Papermakers, so that'll back them up some more. And it'll be 4th and 25. Nevertheless, punt still inevitable. Gerardo, the punter, he gets that one off. We got a fair catch as McCord comes up and makes the catch on that one. And it looks like they'll spot the ball on the 37-yard line. Check that up. It'll be the 36-yard line. 1st down and 10 from there. We have a quarterback change. Number 23, Isaac Washington, in playing quarterback. We'll take the snap and hand the ball off, and the ball is going to be juggled loose. We'll see who ultimately fell back on it. Scott not able to hold on to that ball, but he's lucky enough that one of his teammates fall on it. Isaac Washington, the quarterback. He'll hand that one off. He is going to get stacked right there. Looks like he's going to lose a yard on the play. Alex Anderson runs the play in, comes back out and lines himself up. Two running back set. Washington drops back. He's going to let this go, looking for Anderson, and that ball is going to get picked off right at the 40-yard line by the corner, Bryce Dewey. Great job as he tracks that ball and catches it at its highest point before he comes down with it. So Isaac Washington's first pass of the game is a pick, and Camas will take the ball over on the 38-yard line. Fakes it to the running back as Blair rolls out. As the guy open downfield, that's going to be the big tight end there. Number 88, Connor Murphy. It's a big catch. Big run that gets him across midfield down to the 48-yard line. Hands the ball off to the big running back. That's going to be big number 44. It's going to be Phillips, 6'1", 6 foot, 205. That's another big running back out there. Looks like Jarius Phillips, number 44. Quarterback pulls this one out and keeps it. Then he's going to get the quick pitch out to the receiver, who does a great job with the catch. And that's going to be Andrew Carasso. Carasso is the receiver who got the points on the board from the first play. Nice job on that one. Good play that call there and a good execution by the quarterback, as Blair had a couple of options on that. There is a penalty flag down here about the 39-yard line. See what the call is, and that flag is going to be waved, so it'll bring up third down and strike about 2. And that will, with the flag waved, then the ball's going to be moved to the where the play ended. Move them just outside the red zone on the 22-yard line, and first down from there. Chain gang trying to get it figured out. Just a second here. 1st and 10. Quarterback's going to keep this one. Finds a way. This time he decides to keep it himself. He's going to get down across the 10-yard line before he's tripped up. This is going to make it pretty tough for the T-Wolf offense when if Blair's going to run a lot of their plays with triple options.
Yeah, and Blair's done a great job so far tonight to really read the defense to find the best option. I mean, he's found positive yards on any of these plays that they've run that way.
He sure has. John Schultz, the running back. This time he gives it to Schultz. Schultz finds his way in, and he's going to drive his legs into the end zone for a touchdown. So now that is 15 points on the board there for Camas. John Schultz, number 37, junior running back. Set up here for the extra point. Holder being McCarty, and that is going to be good. Now we'll push the game to 16. 16-0 the score here. 5:29 left to play in the first quarter.
Well, Heritage is certainly going to need to find some sort of success offensively.
Yeah,
they
sure are.
They haven't been able to find anything running up the middle. The one pass that Osmond has thrown, got intercepted, and so they may need to try to figure something else out. Some sort of, screen passes or fly routes or something to find some sort of success.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a fly route. They got picked.
Well, yeah.
So, they just have to it's coming down to the battle in the trenches with the O-line against the D-line. Heritage's O-line needs to get a better push because they do have the type of running backs that once they get into space, they do pretty well.
Yeah.
But they have to get past or at least through the line of scrimmage before they're going to be able to do anything positive.
Right, and Camas's defensive line has been playing absolutely fantastic so far tonight.
They have. That ball's going to sail into the end zone, and they'll take it on the 20. McCord hoping he was going to get an opportunity to run that one out. And it does look like Isaac Washington now is on the field as the starting quarterback. Looking for Khalil Osmond on the sidelines. I haven't found his number yet standing around, so maybe it's just a quarterback change, so we'll see here. McCord in motion. And he's going for that same receiver again. This time he's there to make the catch. Good job there by Anderson. Mark Thorkison is the corner on that play. Anderson able to high point that ball and bring it in right there at the top of the 50. Washington's going to keep it. And he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up second down. Isaac Washington breaks the huddle. Now they come out with two wings. McCord in motion. Hands that ball off to the running back. He does get across midfield on that play. That is going to be Caden Bolds. And they're going to give him a yard. Now they'll give him 2 yards. That'll bring up second down and 8. Inside handoff, trying to get it to the far wing. He is not going to go anywhere. He's going to lose a couple of yards on that play. Yoma, the ball carrier. 4th down and the punt team's on the field. Carasso standing on the 20-yard line to return this. Time he is able to get a kickoff. And the ball's going to roll out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and the Papermakers will take the ball over from there. Had the one big play there by Anderson, and then the offense just kind of stalled again. When they're trying to run that ball, I mean, they did that nice inside handoff on the wings, a little misdirection type stuff. But the thing about misdirection, you've got to get a push because it's going to take you're going to be hanging in the backfield a little longer. And if you don't have that push to create that hole when that carrier comes through there on that delayed handoff, then, there's not anything you can do. No success. Empty backfield. Schultz into motion. And this time it looks like the center didn't know the snap count because the quarterback started backing up, which created 2 men moving, and they're going to lose 5 yards on the play. Mental errors, I'm sure that has Coach Eagle over there pulling his hair out. We'll do it once again. Schultz in motion again. Quarterback drops. Looking for Schultz. Schultz going to make the catch, but he's going to lose extra yards on that play. Good job tracking the play out there by the defender. Kyle Killam, number 22, there to bring Schultz down for an even bigger loss. Camas back down now to the 21-yard line. They need to make it back to the 39 to get the first down. At the fake, has a receiver, looks for his man on the outside, makes the catch, and he is going to make it to the 29-yard line before he's drugged down. And that is going to be number 13, Aidan Reed, 6'4", 285 senior for the Papermakers. So a big target there for Blair. Blair rolls out, has 2 receivers open. Going to hit his guy over in the flat. Catches that ball on one knee before he brings it in. Dewey is going to get enough to move the chains and a first down for the Papermakers. Quarterback's going to keep this one. This time he takes it across the line of scrimmage, throws it back behind him as kind of a pitch. Still that it's he did throw that behind him. There's 2 penalty flags. One penalty flag I see on the field. We'll see what that's going to be. Looks like in the area of holding, and that is correct. That's exactly what it is. But you see what they're doing now. So he is the receiver is staying behind the quarterback, so he can essentially get past the line of scrimmage and still make that pass to him.
Yeah, well, and what's happening is that corner was sitting so far off of that receiver, he had to stay there. Then as soon as Jake Blair went to go ahead and make that run, that corner had to commit to him, and it leaves that receiver wide open.
Wide open. Throwing a little rugby into the game, it looks like.
A little bit.
So the holding play will back them up 10, and they'll put them back on the 39-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down from there. First down territory will be right there around midfield. All Officials got everything set ready on the field. Everybody's finding their positions. And we are ready to run this play. 2 receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. Blair drops back, has a man open down the field, and he is going to make the catch right there at midfield. That will be enough for the first down. And Bryce Dewey, once again, makes the big catch that moves the chains. Camas, like most teams nowadays, do not huddle. They just kind of stand there in their general area. This ball will get handed off this time to the running back, Schultz. Schultz will make it down to the 42-yard line before he is dragged down. Nice 9-yard run.
That was Jack Warren, the defensive end, that was able to go ahead and catch him from behind.
Schultz, that last name's familiar. He also had a brother who was a running back for the Camas Papermakers some years back, who was very good. Ball's open, almost intercepted there. We had 2 Camas receivers in the general vicinity of that ball. Number 13, Yoma, there to almost pick that ball off. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and I think if he was the only one there, he would have made that catch. I think his defensive partner there might have shielded him from the ball just for a second.
Yeah, sure
and
did.
He lost it.
Another handoff to the big running back right up the middle. Isaac Washington there to make the stop. There's big number 44, Phillips, rambles down to the 34-yard line for the first down. And got a receiver right down the middle who makes the catch, pays for it, takes a nice pop right there in the middle of the field. Sam Shark there, 6 foot 180 tight end, only a sophomore. So young players getting some time, making a nice catch across the middle there, and that play will end the second quarter. Papermakers on top, 16-0 right now, and they are on the move to adding some more points to the board.
They certainly are. Heritage has had a little bit more success defensively with this drive. I mean, Camas is certainly still moving the football, but not at the pace that they were at the beginning of the game.
That's true. That is true. Nice touchdown saving tackle there by Aidan Miller, number 3, whose safety comes up and makes the pop right there as Stark was there to make the catch. Papermakers are a little methodical about what they do. The triple threat option type thing that they're running makes it real hard for the Heritage defense to make the right decision. They make it real tough for them to make the right decision.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things where people just have to stay home and you have to play your position. Because, you know, we kind of saw it, but that big play that got called back on the holding, you know, if you're the corner, you still have to be on your man, especially if they're playing this type of thing where, you know, they're going to pitch the ball around out there from all over the field. You still have to rely on, you know, your teammates that are sitting on the inside to be able to make that tackle, because it's going to be imperative for them to still pay attention to those wideouts, because they're still standing out there looking for opportunity to get the ball.
for sure.
All right, well, we are here at quarter 2. This is EPS Sports. Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder. That is going to be through the hands of Phillips. Watching this program on Comcast Channel 28 and Channel 328 for the HD version of it. We are also broadcasting live out on the internet, the Evergreen School District channel on YouTube. Make sure you share that information with friends and family. Quarterback decides to keep this one, and he is not going to have any way to go and is going to be sacked for the first time tonight. We'll have him going down at the 20-yard line, and it'll bring up third down and 12.
Looks like that was Braden Mickelmoyle with the sack there, number 36.
Dewey and Carasso are the two receivers on the far side. Quarterback drops back, still looking for a receiver. Hasn't decided to take off, but now he has decided that he was going to make the run. Nice way to make that first receiver miss him. We have got a penalty flag that comes up. He is going to be hit by LaDamian McCord. And we'll see what the penalty flag is. The flag came right there where the collision was.
Yeah, it makes me think it might be targeting.
Blair did a good job making the initial tackler miss. And that is going to go against the Camas Papermakers. We'll kind of see here what's going on as they mark this off. Camas coaching staff trying to get an idea about what's going on here. Get the chain gang figured out. Looks like we got some new people working the chains today.
We do?
As they try to figure out where the chains are supposed to be, and they'll have a quick little huddle with the officials. Players ready to go. Officials still need to get it figured out on ball placement. It looks like might be the deal. Okay, they've got that figured out. And while they still try to get this figured out, it looks like the ball is going to be placed on the 19-yard line. Okay, it looks like they finally got it figured out, and we got a play here. Phillips, the running back. Trips receivers down here. Phillips will take this ball himself, and they'll ride him down to the 15-yard line. And we got another penalty flag. And that's going to go against Camas as well. So Camas being plagued with penalties right now. Just keeping them, this penalty will push them back out of the red zone.
Yeah, these penalties have really killed any momentum that they've had. This is the second drive in a row where penalties have really hurt them.
It sure is. as they walk this penalty off. And that's going to take him to the 41-yard line. Still second down. They need to get back inside the 10 for the first. Blair and Phillips both in the backfield. Phillips drops back. Has a man running down the sideline, and he is able to bring that in. Let's see if they show us, was he able to stay in, and it is a catch. Great job right there at the 5-yard line. So with all that being said, he gets all of it back with a great pass.
Yeah, normally in those situations when it's 1st and 34, you're going to chip away at it. Instead, he took it all in one shot.
He sure did. He sure did. That's going to be Red, number 13, who caught that ball on the far side. 1st and goal. Phillips, the running back, will take this, and he gets in unscathed as he crosses the touchdown line. That will definitely push this out to a 4-score actually, with 22 points game here. 3-score. $22-0. Camas on top. Big plays are what has gotten Camas the lead so far. And that is going to be good as well. 23 points.
Well, we talked about at pregame how Camas is certainly a good football team. Beating Skyview last week, they lost a close one to Union.
Yeah.
And they're showing how good of a team that they are tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. I mean, that play that got everything back for him, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better catch and a throw.
No, that throw was exactly where it needed to be.
And that's the difference that we've seen with some of the other games and some of the quarterback receiver combinations we've seen in these last couple of weeks. I mean, those guys they're on the same page. They've definitely been playing with each other for a while, and they've definitely been playing catch. Because he was able to put that on him in stride and keep it inside, and he was covered pretty good there. I mean, he had to drop it down there drop it right in the hole for him to catch it. McCord looking for some space. He does a pretty good job as he gets across the 25 down to the 26-yard line.
Looks like he was finally brought down there by number 5, Jackson Mayer.
Okay, Khalil Osman is now back in the game as the quarterback. Man in motion. He drops back, and he rifles that one out there, and that is almost picked off. Intended receiver there was Alex Anderson. Alex slow to get up. Isaiah Spear, the corner down there with the coverage, 6'2", 180 senior. That's one of their big receivers. He has been their big play guy. Tough to see him going off the field this way without not being able to put any pressure on it.
And that's a big hit to Heritage's already limited lineup tonight.
Yeah, it sure is.
And we talked about how they're missing Andre Cowley, but they're also missing Caleb Lemire. He's dressed in civilian clothes as well on the sidelines today.
That's right. That's another big receiver for him. Hand off to the running back right up the middle. Scott's going to get a couple. Well, Hill's going to get one. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. And there's nowhere for the running back to go on that play. It looks like they will be generous and give him the line of scrimmage. But that is about it. Yoma, the running back. And that play will bring the punting team onto the field. Set up for the snap. And that ball is almost going to get blocked as he gets that one away. Ball takes a real good bounce and is going to roll out at the 36-yard line. Papermakers will take the ball over from there. Down there checking on Alex Anderson's knees, making sure he's going to be okay, the trainers. Quarterback rolls out. Looks for a man in the open. Unable to climb the ladder and get that one. Taylor Lone, the quarterback on that play.
It looks like they're going to hit Brady Culp with a little extracurricular.
Yep, they sure are, and that'll move the chains. So the underclassman, the sophomore, getting an opportunity to get some varsity reps here on this Saturday afternoon as he steps into the game for this series. Blair on the sideline. Lone and Jamison in the backfield. Jamison, 6'2", 210 junior, running back for the Papermakers. Going to hand this one off. Jamison does a good job getting down to the 41-yard line. Need to get to the 39 for the first down, 2nd and 2.
You can just tell when he runs that he is head and shoulders above whoever's bringing him down. I mean, you can just tell. I mean, 6'2", 210,
yeah.
running the football.
That's a load. Most definitely a load. Quarterback drops back. That's going to be almost picked off there by Isaac Washington. Possibly a pick six if he was been able to bring that one in.
Yeah.
Clock stopped at 8:04 left to play in the half. Papermakers in control in the first quarter and a half here of the game. Hands off to the running back. Based on the spot, does look like he's going to get the first down. That is Sam Spear, 6'1", 185. He's also a sophomore. So the underclassmen getting some opportunity here early in the game. Lone rolls out. He's going to keep this one. We do have a penalty flag, though. Lone breaks it to the outside and runs out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Holding penalty against the Papermaker, so that'll bring that back.
And that's another big play by Camas that's been negated by a penalty.
Yeah, it sure has. Sure has. This penalty should push them back across midfield based on where the flag is. And that'll get them right there on the 49-yard line. Quarterback has him set up. Rolls out again, looks for his big tight end. Not able to get that to him as he threw that behind him a little bit. It's Quade Milholland, the tight end, number 88. That'll bring up second down and 22. Need to get to the 29-yard line here for the first down. Sam Spear, the running back. Hands that off. Spear finds the edge, gets across midfield, lowers his shoulder, and blows through the 45. And he will get down to about the 43-yard line. Got back a pretty good chunk of the yards. Got to bring up third down. A nice 5-yard run out of that one. Quarterback drops again. Has a receiver on the post coming across. That is going to be in and out of the hands of this receiver. Nice arm there the sophomore has.
That was impressive.
Connor Murphy, the intended receiver on that play. Ran that route a little shallow. If he'd have straightened it up a little bit, that would have been a 6-pointer right there.
Yeah, for sure. I remember Taylor Lone's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he can throw the ball like that today,
Yeah.
you know, what's he going to look like in 2 years?
Exactly. To bring up fourth down, they are going to go ahead and keep it. It's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Still looks for his receiver. Great catch there as he gets both feet down before he goes out of bounds. Good grab, Connor Murphy. Just enough to move the chains. So Camas being able to get over the penalty situation and still create some good some movement and move the chains. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Quarterback rolls again. Looks for his man out in the flat. Makes the catch across the 20. Lowers his shoulders. McCord there to make the stop. And that is going to be Mark Thorkelson who makes that catch. He's going to get down inside the 10-yard line, it looks like. Just outside of it. Going to be 1st and 10 there from the 12. Running back keeps the ball. This time Spear gets around the corner. He's going to get run out of bounds at about the 8.
I think that was Jack Warren that was able to force him out of bounds.
Clock continuing to run. This time looking for a man. Has 2 receivers. That ball is going to be picked off in the end zone. And that is going to be Aidan Miller. Goes up and high points that ball in the end zone to negate Camas' opportunity to put more points on the board. So great job there defensively, showing a bend, don't break mentality on that series, and Heritage will take the ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Heritage has certainly started to look a little bit better as this game progresses.
1st and 10, Khalil Osmond now in the game again for the quarterback. He's going to hand this ball off. Running back does find a crease this time. He's going to make it out to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5. Wyatt Scott getting a lot of carries in this first half of this game. Another handoff to Scott. This time it looks like he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it, bringing up 3rd down. Brady Culp lined up down here at the bottom of your screen. Send a man in motion. Inside handoff. Nice way to get upfield. He's going to find the open. This is McCord. LaDamian finds his way to the open field, and he's going to make it across field before he is drugged down. Nice run there by McCord as he gets across midfield. Dewey had to run from across the field to bring him down. Good speed there.
Yeah, it was good.
The good angle.
Yeah, it was good blocking by Brady Culp, the wideout there. Really allowed an additional 5 to 7 yards on that play.
Another handoff to McCord. And this time he's going to lose some yards as he's going to get pushed back to midfield, 50-yard line. Might have seemed like he might have been a little tired on that play to get the ball back so quick after that one. J.S. Lewis in the game as a fullback. Linebacker for Camas, Luke Jamison, does a good job shedding that block. Still being able to make the tackle right there at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Break the huddle there with Scott in the backfield. Quarterback drops back. Has a man going down the middle of the field, and that ball is almost picked off. Aidan Miller, the intended receiver. Connor Murphy in the area. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Heritage punt team's back on the field. This time, not a whole lot of pressure. Andrew picks the ball up on the 21. Tries to get to the outside, and he is going to make it back to about the 35-yard line before he is taken down. Papermakers will take the ball over from there. 2:25 left to play in the first half. Camas on top by 23 points.
Yeah, if you're Heritage there, you really wanted that drive to end with 6.
Yeah, you sure did.
Especially, coming up into the first half. Camas is going to go ahead and get the ball to start the second half.
Nice catch pass in the middle. Good job there, Andrews and Blair.
Brady Culp with a good open field tackle there.
So that'll move the chains real quick. Camas got their starting quarterback and starting running back in the game. Jake rolls out, has a guy downfield. Like the Dewey lost his footing trying to come out of his route there and wasn't able to bring that one in, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Blair rolled out looking for him. Blair now takes a step. Schultz is going to keep it. Schultz finds an opening in the middle. Blake's right up into level 2, and he's going to get down to the 25-yard line before he's stopped. Nice 17-yard run there by Schultz. Add to his stats for the evening. 1st and 10. Schultz will keep this one again. This time he's not going to get a whole lot out of it, but he will make it down to the 21-yard line. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
Camas takes a timeout. Yeah. Probably good. They certainly want to go ahead and get another 7 on the board, or at least another 6 before the half. See if they can't run their own little 2-minute drill.
Yeah. Yes, most definitely. Clock stopped at 1:42. You're just seeing one of the things about the top 3 teams in the area here, Camas, Union, and Skyview. One of the things that allows them to be good continuously is the opportunity that their young guys get to play.
Yeah.
How often they get into the game. You would imagine if they were in a league where they were, where every game was close and every game was tight, these sophomores and they wouldn't be getting near as much time. But when you got an opportunity to play like this is constantly just keeping in mind that you're running a program and you're not just looking at it season. You're just not in the season and in the minute or the moment. Both those teams, all three of those teams, are real good about playing kids early and playing a lot of kids, and they get used to this, and then there's buy-in to come back next year. It just creates. It's just a domino effect. Blair rolling out, looking for a receiver, has a guy in the end zone, and he's going to make the catch. Great job there. That's Andrew Carrasas. That is going to be his second touchdown of the day. And Camas able to do what they planned. Timeout was worth all of it because they were able to put 6 more points on the board before going into the locker room at halftime here. Gerardo is the kicker, and that is going to be good. So 30-point spread here. Minute and 36 left in the first half of this game. Camas on top, 30-0. Heritage here having a tough time defensively and offensively here, trying to keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, they've started to move the ball a little bit better offensively. Defensively, they've had a real tough time stopping Camas. The few times that they've been able to,
they had penalties
really
help them.
Yeah, absolutely. Due to penalties and things like that, Camas has kind of shot themselves in the foot. But it's coming out here. It's getting experience. A lot of these guys are. Heritage has a lot of seniors graduating this year. But for those underclassmen, right? It's that experience to come back in the fall and to feel comfortable out here.
Yeah, it sure is. McCord once again. And this time Corey's going to bounce out to the outside. And he is just not going to find any place to go. But he did a good job trying to create some space for himself. Ultimately, Isaiah Spear there to bring him down. Heritage is going to call a timeout here. McCord joins their huddle, so obviously see if he's going to be part of the game plan here for the next minute and 24. Everybody's making sure they're on the same page here. Huddle's broke. Both teams now right there at the line of scrimmage. Eli Reynolds is going to line up on the far side, number 1. McCord in the slot. Quarterback drops back, and this time he is going to go down on the 10-yard line, losing some yards on that play.
Yeah, you could tell there that he was able to see his pocket really kind of break down. He just wasn't able to escape it quick enough.
Yeah, you got to step up in that and just kind of let that. As a sophomore, you're still a young guy. You got to get used to a whole lot of chaos and commotion happening around you, and you're still able to stand there and make the delivery. Rolls out, throwing off his back foot, but he's right there to make the catch, and that is McCord for him. McCord does get back to the 18-yard line, it looks like. Drops back again. Nice, strong, flat pass out into the flat. Now, that definitely shows his arm strength, able to get that one out there like that. Aidan Miller, the recipient of that pass. That'll stop the clock at 18 seconds. And Heritage is going to take another timeout. This will be the second of the three. They have one remaining. Two good passes there by the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he has showed his arm strength on numerous occasions. It's just, it's just got to be work with the accuracy and just being able to stand in there with a bunch of noise happening around him and deliver.
And he'll gain that as he gets more game time experience.
Yeah, he sure will. Okay, so the timeout, it was just to get the punt team out there. This punt's going to be off. It's going to go straight up in the air, but it is going to take a good bounce. Bounce across midfield down to the 45-yard line for the ball's blown dead. 13 seconds left to play. We'll see if Camas will just knee this one out and get ready for quarter three, or are they going to try to put some more points on the board? Camas still does have two timeouts left.
I mean, with two timeouts, you've got enough time for two plays with 11 seconds left.
You sure do. Take a man in motion. They are going to hand that off to the running back and just let this pretty much run the clock out. Nice strong run by the running back as he drags multiple guys past midfield. Hudson Snyder, the carrier on that, and that play will end the first half of play here at McKenzie Stadium on Friday afternoon. This is EPS Sports. Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder. The conversation in both locker rooms. It's going to be interesting. We'll talk about it when we come back at the third quarter. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Hello and welcome to the CPS Inspires Update. I'm Craig Bernbach. A year ago tomorrow was a sad day, as due to the virus, Evergreen Public Schools announced they had to close schools. A year later, Illahee Elementary School wanted to leave their students and families with a happy memory, and they did that by planting 19 trees.
Drop it right there.
It was Friday, March 13th last year that we closed the schools, and so we knew we wanted to do something for the community, for the kids.
We're just gonna get in there like that. I'm gonna go grab a handsaw to also help with this, so I'll be right back.
We knew also that we wanted to plant trees on the playground for shade and for outdoor learning in the future and years to come.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure.
And then go ahead and pull that up, shake all the dirt off of it. We'll leave that in the hole. Beautiful.
No, I don't have a name for my tree yet.
Do you know what kind of tree it is?
I think it's what? Oh yeah, it's a magnolia, yeah.
I think it was, Friday the 12th or Friday the 13th last year that the principal told the teachers we're closing the schools, and everybody was just, in shock. Yeah, in shock. And so to be 1 year later out here with the community, planting trees is just really awesome.
I found that hand actually worked better.
It's meant to be a special gift for our kids and community. The city of Vancouver donated all of these trees. The district came to dig the holes. The district's also supported in a lot of other ways to get this project going, and our PTA has helped too with getting it all organized.
I'm trying to chop off this part.
It is wonderful. There is nothing like planting something that really engages a child in the natural process of the world and excites them.
See where my dirt mark is here?
Yeah.
This is the top of the ground, so we want to fill in about that much.
I know you're not in school, so you're not supposed to be learning today, but did you accidentally learn something today?
But planting trees is really hard work.
But not too close.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
Hello, I'm Matt Griffin with this EPS Inspires Moment. Over the course of Remote Learning 2.0, we've been showing you how our high school choir programs are rising to the challenge of singing together even when they must be apart. Today, how those high school choir programs came together to form the largest choir of its kind in district history. Since its debut in 2018, Let the Music Fill Your Soul by Jacob Narvarud and Robert Bodie has become a favorite of choir programs around the country. So, when the idea came about to sing it as part of a joint virtual choir, the high school choir directors of Evergreen Public Schools invited the composers to speak with students about the creative process.
We're really excited to welcome you to this conversation with composer Jacob Narvarud. He's coming to us from Kansas.
I teach at Ohio State University.
Composer Jacob Narvarud and composer and poet Robert Bodie answered questions from students about their creative process and how their collaboration came about.
When you're composing, how do you choose what time signature?
Yeah, good question. So when I'm composing, how do I decide what time signatures and key signatures to use? Yeah, so it just depends on, really it all goes to the poetry. It all comes from the text.
And I started thinking about the fact that we are just so much, that each one of us is a hero, and each one of us is an artist, and each one of us is a singer. And so I wanted to write something that would welcome all of those people to this performance.
Evergreen High School Choir Director Margaret Green says the joint super choir, if you will, represents the same sort of creative and collaborative process for students.
The hope is the culmination, when they hear the finished product, they feel like they were a part of creating something. And that's, maybe the best of what we can offer them in this time of online learning and virtual learning. So yeah, that's what I kind of hope that they get, that it was a really unique thing that we were able to do during this challenging time for choirs.
And for the students who took part, they say as much as they enjoyed this virtual choir, it will be even better when our choirs can sing it in person once again.
Really just singing with each other again, because when you go through something like this, you just realize how much you actually like singing with people and not being alone singing by yourself.
Honestly, it makes me feel like we have a sense of hope. Like we're all gonna, come together for this one piece, even while there's other things going on in the world, So I just feel like, there's just a sense of hope.
And now, the largest joint high school choir in the history of Evergreen Public Schools. More than 160 singers in all, performing Let the Music Fill Your Soul by Jacob Narvarud and Robert Bodie.
I hear someone go, "Didn't it come from you guys?"
Strangers cough at me.
Move away from me.
Someone spit towards my direction. All the stereotypes that we've worked so hard to break are just going to be reversed. And I won't let that happen.
We all have to play our part.
I donate my plasma.
I've been making masks.
We deserve respect as much as everybody else.
I'm a firefighter, not a virus.
I'm a mask maker, not a virus.
I'm a nurse.
I'm a delivery woman, chef, a neighbor, artist.
Bus driver. I'm a doctor.
Fight the virus. Fight the virus.
Hello, welcome to this EPS Inspires Update. I'm Craig Bernbach. Teachers, of course, are always looking for ways to inspire their students, but sometimes they get some outside help. For some second and third graders in the district's Excel program, that extra help came courtesy of the mayor of Vancouver and an empty plot of land. When you look across the street from Evergreen High School, you might see just a vacant lot.
Hi, my name is Montgomery Lloyd.
But these second and third graders,
My name is Avery.
they see possibilities.
There are not enough food trucks in Vancouver, Washington. By building a large food truck lot, it could solve the problem. So my idea is a combined art and science center.
My food donation center and orchard will allow people to donate and receive food for free.
These students are part of Evergreen Public Schools' Excel program, and the Vacant Lot Project challenged them to come up with an idea for how to use this vacant lot.
And kind of use it as a lens to look at their own community and see what they would want to change or what they think is missing or what they would like to improve.
Then they needed to record a video and pitch that idea.
I propose building a homeless shelter for all ages, genders, and races. I propose building an animal shelter to help the animals in need. I propose building a place where kids can have free internet and power.
The students also had to put together 3D designs, and boy, were they creative.
It was fun to see a lot of the details. Lots of unique furniture that was built, right? Using recycled materials. I think that's the best part too. It's all junk that's laying around the house.
This wasn't the first year that the Excel program has done this project, but this year students got a little something special as the teachers reached out to the mayor of the city of Vancouver, who got right back to them with an idea of her own.
And so I thought I would do something a little different in thanking you. I want to invest in you. In the next few days, you're going to be receiving a letter from me in the mail. And inside that letter, for each one of you, is a $5 bill. What I would like for you to do is to find a way to use that money to make a positive change in our community.
The mayor's message and $5 challenge did more than just honor the kids. It was recognition to the students that they can make a difference now and in the future.
And I think Anne was like another coach in their life saying, I'm here to cheer you on. You're doing the work, and your teachers and I are here to say, we're proud of you and keep it up.
Thank you. Bye.
Full disclosure now, the actual vacant lot that the students use as the base of the project, it's got power lines on it, so it really can't be developed, but many of the ideas the students came up with will work in other locations. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Craig Bernbach.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans, and soon they will be available to everyone.
This vaccine means hope. It will protect you and those you love from this dangerous and deadly disease.
I want to go back to work and I want to be able to move around.
To visit with Michelle's mom, to hug her and see her on her birthday.
You know what I'm really looking forward to is going to opening day in Texas Ranger Stadium with a full stadium.
We've lost enough people and we've suffered enough damage.
In order to get rid of this pandemic, it's important for our fellow citizens to get vaccinated.
I'm getting vaccinated because we want this pandemic to end as soon as possible.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
So roll up your sleeve and do your part.
This is our shot. Now it's up to you.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
On Facebook, you'll find us at facebook.com/evergreenps. On Instagram, it's evergreen_public_schools. On Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/evergreenps. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Evergreen School District. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And on LinkedIn, you'll find us at linkedin.com/school/EvergreenPS.
Open in the middle of the football field, catches it for a touchdown. Would you look at that? Evergreen. Would you look at that? Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. All right, we want to welcome everybody back here to the second half. Heritage Timberwolves, Camas Papermakers. First half, all about the Camas Papermakers. We'll hopefully, Heritage has had some good conversations with between their coaches and the players. Did a little scheming, figure out where there were some opportunities offensively and defensively, and these guys are going to be able to share this up and put some points on the board here. I'm Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder. This is the EPS Sports Network. Welcome back to Comcast 28 and 328 for the HD, and the folks watching us on the Evergreen YouTube channel. Ryan, let's talk a little bit about it as both these teams run out here on the field. Camas, I think the probably what it's going to be talked about is mental mistakes, penalties, and things of that nature. Other than that, keep doing what you're doing. Let's just make sure the game is crisp and clean. The thing about this year and the way they coached last year is, we got this game and one more week and then we're done.
Yeah.
So, there isn't any postseason that generally late into the season coaches are worrying about that's what kind of things that it haunts coaches late in the season when mental errors are still happening, So you never want to see those. You're always glad for what the scoreboard says, but you want to make sure that it's all still a clean game.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. And other than those mental mistakes, they've played a very good football game today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They've found their options. They've played good defensively. Their defensive line has played absolutely outstanding tonight.
Yeah, they sure have.
From the Heritage side of things, they've had little moments of some good things happening. If they can break into that secondary, it shows that the running backs definitely have the speed to go ahead and gain some good positive yards. They just haven't been able to do that yet tonight.
Yeah, that is tough for them. And as I look down here on the sideline, looking on a bench, another one of their starters does not look like they're going to be going in here for the second half, and that is going to be Alex Anderson. So Heritage down another key player offensively as we start the second half. Ball carrier is going to step out of bounds right at the 20. And he was doing a good job trying to find space to get into. It's Andrew Carasso. There's a penalty flag down at about the 46-yard line. Officials are talking about that right now. We'll see who that ultimately is going to be on. And that is going to go against Camas. And so those should be offsetting. So the ball is going to be spotted right there where they went out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Camas will take over from there.
Camas comes onto the field ready to go here. Quarterback decides he's going to keep this one. Gets that ball out there to Dewey. This time, Heritage does a much better job defending the play. Dewey is going to get a couple out of there and bring up second down. Well, actually, he'll get 5. Second and 5. Jamison, the running back. Jamison takes the ball. Nice little stiff arm as he gets himself out in the open there. Gets down to the 40-yard line. Nice 15-yard carry. Moves the chains. First down and 10. Jamison listed at 6'2", 210. So another big running back for the Camas Papermakers. This time, and that is going to be Aidan Miller all over the trick play there as they stop Carasso in the backfield for a big loss there.
Miller did a great job there to track the football. Put a big hit on Carasso.
Yeah, he sure did. First steps back, has a man breaking to the outside. The catch is made by Dewey. Dewey is going to get back a lot of that as he gets to the 45-yard line. Need midfield for the first down. Hands off again to the running back. This way he is going to get a little initial contact right there at the 45-yard line, but he is going to fall forward and get an additional 2 out of that. It'll bring up fourth down in short situation. As Phillips comes into the game. Their hard-hitting downhill runner. And Heritage is going to give him the yards for free as they jump into the neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty will move them into Heritage territory and a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 48. We'll set them up again here. Blair has a man right down the middle, almost picked off by McCord. Is Blair not able to put it on his receiver, Dewey, the intended receiver on that one.
That's the second throw tonight we've seen for Blair that has been off target.
Yeah.
And really almost fell into the lap of a Heritage defender.
Sure did. Dewey ran a good route there, broke just inside the defender. Hand off this time to the running back. He is just going to run hard downfield. Gets stopped at the 35-yard line. Dewey to pick up the ball again, picks up some good blocks, and he is just going to get out in front of everybody for the touchdown. Almost looked like somebody tried to trip him down there on the sideline.
That's what it looked like.
I was looking for a penalty flag, but I didn't see one come out. Dewey picks up some great blocks by his receivers out there, and that bunch set to give him the sideline and wide open all the way to the end zone. Nice run there by the receiver. Good blocking by his team. Good teamed effort on that touchdown. And he is able to put that through. Good job for the handler to pick that ball up off the ground and set it for him. So right now we are initially 3 points away from a running clock situation. Hopefully Heritage is going to be able to put some points on the scoreboard and find some success here in this next series, so that is not the case. Heritage receiving team takes the field now. And the officials give the okay as we start this next series of plays. McCord picks it up on the 5. Looking for a block. He is going to find it. He finds the edge. McCord gets to the sideline, and he is going to, let's going to see what's going to happen. The ball's going to get taken out of his hands. And Camas is going to recover the fumble as the ball gets slapped out of McCord's hands right as he's running out of bounds. And it's going to be Camas football on the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's certainly unfortunate for Heritage. I mean, McCord had a great run there, a great return, and it looks like he stopped and tried to change direction, and that ball just got slapped out.
Yeah, it sure did.
Camas recovered it.
New quarterback in the game. He is looking for an edge. He's going to just throw that one away as he's getting chased out of the pocket. 2 penalty flags there on the ground. Lone and Schultz, the 2 in the backfield. And that's going to be against the Papermakers. That'll back them up, and it'll still first down. So 1st and 15 from the 48. Lone's going to get it. We've got another penalty flag here. This time the quarterback decides he's going to keep this one. He'll go down by a shirt tackle right there on the 49-yard line. And movement, that is going to be declined, and it'll bring up 2nd down. All right, we got the box right on the chain gang, and here we go, 2nd and 15. Okay, see here we've got an official conference here in the middle, confirming it is 2nd down. Okay. That's been taken care of, and we'll go ahead and start the game again. Malone drops back. This time he's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Decides to keep this one himself. Nice little stiff arm as he gets run out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Logan Tika was able to go ahead and bring him down.
Bring up a 3rd down and 10. There's a guy coming right down the middle. He's going to take that big hit, and he's going to get additional yards out of that one. The big tight end for Camas took a nice little pop. Might have got the wind knocked out of him a little bit on that play, but good catch and run there by Holt Williams. Also a sophomore, 6'4", 220 pounds.
Certainly wouldn't surprise me if he got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
He took a big one.
He sure did.
Was able to keep going for an additional 10 yards. That was number 37, John Schultz, with the carry.
Nice run to move the chains. That looks like we're at 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps this one himself, and he's going to sidestep into the end zone for another touchdown. That will push the game out past the 40-point score, so we will officially go to a running clock from this point on. No penalty flags, and we are set up here for the special teams. .44 is the score. And the T-Wolves have no answer up to this point for the Papermaker offense.
Camas has really been able to score at will tonight, moving the ball methodically down the field, whether it's 10, 15, 20 yards at a time, and Heritage just doesn't have an answer for it.
No, they don't. They don't. I mean, and they lost another key player in the first half with Alex Anderson, who plays both sides of the ball for them. And, you know, they're beat up, they're hurt, and they got a lot of guys, like they got a bunch of new guys out there trying to play and give it their best. Camas definitely a bigger football club than the T-Wolves. And that physical strength is starting to show up.
Yeah, for sure.
And this ball is going to float into the end zone as a touchback. Heritage will take the ball over on their 20. So clock continuing to run as the huddle is broke. Osmond, the quarterback. Osmond looking for a man on a quick route there, coming to the inside. Kyle Killam, the intended receiver. Lewis takes on the fullback responsibilities, comes in and makes connection with the linebacker there. Hoyt Williams steps up and blocks the hole on that play. It's not allowing him to get much more than the 2 yards. Brady Culp, far receiver, drops back, looks for Culp on the break, and Culp makes the catch right there in front of the DB. Good catch there by Culp. Isaiah Spear right in his back pocket. Good job by Culp by being able to make that catch.
Yeah, Culp had never let his eyes leave the ball and was able to stay focused to make that catch.
Nice throw there by the quarterback. Lewis lined up as the fullback. Lewis making initial contact at the line of scrimmage, allowing the running back to get a yard out of the play. That's Scott and Lewis both in the backfield. This time they have lined up in two-wing formation, send a man in motion. Another quick slant to the receiver. This time it's going to be Eli Reynolds who makes the catch. And he will get out to the 37-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 5. Looks like he may have came down on his knee wrong. Another player hobbling out of the game for the T-Wolves. Hopefully he'll be okay and he can get back in there and help the cause. As the man open downfield. There, he makes the big catch. Good job. Throws his hand up there to let the quarterback know that he was open, and that is Brady Culp. As he is able to get behind the cornerback there and just make a great catch and a great throw there by the young sophomore quarterback for the T-Wolves as he drops that one in on him. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he was able to just get behind Isaiah Spear there. Create that separation, make room for the catch.
Wyatt Scott takes the ball across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Reynolds goes into the game. Fly sweep. He is able to get the edge. Good job there. Good run. He gets down across the 20, down to about the 19-yard line before he gets run out of bounds.
It was a good block there by sophomore J.S. Lewis, allowing him to get to the corner.
Scruggs, the running back on that, on a fly sweep. Bring up a 3rd down and 5. Just inside the 15-yard line, we'll get a 1st down for him. And this time, not quite sure. He had his receiver out there running a quick slant. He threw that ball out into, that was kind of a flag route. Not quite sure what that one was all about. Maybe it was just a throwaway, because his receiver was well guarded. That will bring up 4th down. Just under 2 minutes here. remaining in the third quarter. Lewis goes into motion. Inside handoff. That is not going to work for him this time at all. As Jack Henley is right there to make the stop. And that will have the ball turned over in downs. Camas will take the ball over from there.
Yeah, and that's another offensive drive by the Timberwolves that they showed some good things. There was a few big plays, but they couldn't put the ball into the end zone. No, they got bogged down there once they get down inside the when they get close to the 20, that's where they tend to struggle a lot, and that is hold true for this entire game here. That's where they really miss Andre Cowley.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hands the ball off. New quarterback in the game. That ball is going to be bounced off the carpet, and they're not going to say it's a catch. Thorkelson, the intended receiver out there. Nathan Criddle now is the quarterback out there. And it looks like their running back is now number 30, Hudson Snyder. Snyder's going to take the ball right at the beginning. And he'll get down across the 30. Nice little footwork to create some open space for himself. Eight-yard run, third down, and we're going to give him 9 yards on that with the spot, so 3rd and 1. Officials blew the whistle here. Let's see what's going on. And that is going to end the third quarter. That's what's going on there. Got to get used to the clock now just being a running clock because the quarter just ran out on us. So we get ready to start the fourth quarter here. Camas on top, 44-0. T-Wolves still looking for an opportunity to get some points on the scoreboard. Papermakers looking determined to keep that goose egg on that side of the scoreboard. And we will see what the fourth quarter brings us. So they got the chains and the box and everything squared away across the field. 3rd down and a yard to go as we start this fourth quarter. Hand off to Snyder once again. And we have got a Timberwolf slow to get up. Hopefully at the end of the day he's going to be okay. Looks like he's going to be able to walk out on his own. Good job there. J.S. Lewis checks into the game as a linebacker. We've got 3 receivers into the boundary over there on the far side. A nice little run and a nice defensive stop there. Nice open field tackle, stopping the running back, the receiver, I should say, at the 45-yard line. but only after he was able to get some good positive yards on that catch and run. Tommy Taylor.
Looks like that was Ernesto Espinoza. Was able to come up with a big stop there.
Yeah, sure was. Hand off again to the running back. This time it's going to be nowhere to go for him. New running back in the game. Austin Fullard Leo. He's going to come out, and they'll bring another running back into the game. That's going to be Sam Spear. Three receivers once again into the boundary. Hand off to Spear. Spear finds the edge, and he is going to get enough for the first down, but we have got a penalty flag right there at the 47-yard line. We'll see what that is. This will be against Camas as they looks like they're going to back them up 5. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a holding penalty. So they backed them up 10. Didn't see the Whitecaps call on this one. Chain Gang's having a struggle over there this evening.
It's a different type of season for them, too.
Yeah, it is. All right. Resume the game here. Gets it back out there to the receiver who cuts that back inside. Nice hard run as he just keeps his feet driving, and he is going to make it down to the 44-yard line. And that is going to be Mark Harimoto.
That was a great run by Harimoto. You know, Ernesto Espinoza was able to go ahead and get the tackle, but I think he was dragged by Harimoto for about 7-8 yards.
Yeah, he sure was. Handoff to the running back, right up to gut. He's going to get a nice, good run there across the 40 down to the 43-yard line. Bring up second down. And 2. Papermaker's just chunking away at the yardage here. Another handoff up the middle. Running back breaks to the outside. Nice spin move as he gets himself down to about the 26-yard line before he is stopped. Ball spotted right there on the 25. First down and 10. Clock continuing to run. 8:45 left to play. Another handoff. This time outside backer for the T-Wolves right there on top of it.
Yeah, it's Noah Green. That's his second tackle of the night.
Good job by Green to read that, stay home, and come up and make the stop for some nice loss here. Loss of 5 on the play. Quarterback drops back. Looking for somebody to get that ball out to. Schultz, just caught the ball right outside. That was Schneider, who released up the field when he saw his quarterback scrambling, which is what you're supposed to do. He just has to make sure he knows where the sidelines are. But we do have a penalty flag against Camas once again here. So Camas will back it up another 5. Making it 2nd and 20. Has a man right down the middle who makes the catch. Nobody around him as the big tight end, number 43, rambles right down the middle of the field for another paper-maker score.
It was a great read by Nathan Crendel there. Timberwolves showed up and were showing blitz. He was able to find the screen pass right across the middle.
Sure was. And that is going to be Tristan Curl. Get credit for that catch and score. And we are set up here for the extra point. And that's going to make it 51. So Nathan Criddle able to command the offense on this drive, move him down the field, and hit Curl on a 25-yard touchdown pass right down the middle of the field. So the clock is stopped. Right now it's 7:46 left to play. Ready to kick this ball off. And we are ready. He has been kicking this ball pretty deep up till now. See what happens here. And this one will be fielded right at the 1-yard line. McCord once again. And he is not going to have anywhere to go as he's going to get run out of bounds right around the 15-yard line. Heritage will take the field. Khalil Osman in control. Scruggs lined up here as a wing. It's right up the middle. He does get across the line of scrimmage, but he is going to take a nice pop by one of the linebackers there for the Papermakers. And he is also going to come out of the game. Make sure he's going to be okay. Ernesto Espinoza now in the game. Quarterback drops back, has a man open on the top, looking for his receiver, leaking up the field there, not able to put that one on him.
Yeah, J.S. Lewis there ran a good route.
That one just needed a little finesse on it and get that to drop down there on him. Unable to do that. Brady Culp now checks into the game. Remember, Mr. Culp made a big play today. Send the man in motion. Culp and Osmond on different pages there on that one, and that is going to be a 3 and out for the T-Wolves.
Yeah, Osmond certainly felt the pressure there from the Camas blitz and wasn't able to finesse it over to Culp.
Going to get this one off. End over end kick that's going to get kicked out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to have it officially going out of bounds. And that is going to be at the 40-yard line. So Camas will get the ball. The Camas defense, offense, I should say, is going to get the ball in very good field position once again. All right, bunch set right there at the top of your screen there. Hand the ball off. Nice downhill run. He's going to pick up 3 yards on the play. And that's going to be Bradley Prowse, number 33 for Camas, the running back. Prowse, a sophomore. He'll take it again. This time he finds some open field with a stiff arm. Gets it upfield before he is run out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Culp there to make the stop. First down and 10, clock running. 3 minutes left to play in the game. Ten seconds left on the field clock. Handoff again. Running back breaks it to the outside, then cuts back to the inside. And he is going to go down at about the 6-yard line. And that will be enough to give him another set of downs. First and goal from the 6. Richard Braskett handling the ball that time, number 32.
Yeah, Logan Teague coming up with another big stop to prevent another touchdown from Camas there.
Papermakers are going to opt to just go for the field goal here. Put 3 points on the board. Kicking from the far hash. Is he able to put it through? And he is. So good job there by the kicking team as they're able to put that in from the far hash, pushing the score up to 54. That was a good call there by the Camas coaching staff. Just going for the 3 points instead of trying to go for the touchdown. Minute 43 left to play.
Well, in addition to that, it gets your kicker some experience, some game experience, kicking a field goal as well. You don't see a lot of it in high school football.
No, you don't. Not as much as you used to. I mean, a lot of schools are just not, they don't have the guy.
Right.
So you don't really see them going for it. Camas kicker, still only a junior, so he's got one more year to come back. And that is his sole responsibility, because on the position column, he is just listed as the kicker. And this ball will be fielded at the 4. McCord finds that edge, and he'll get slung out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And it looks like the Papermakers will get maybe 2 more plays out of this. We are now down to a minute left to play in the game. Osmond sets him down, hands the ball off. Running back is not going to find anywhere to go on that play as he goes down at the 29-yard line. Loses his hat on that play. He should come out for a play because of it, and he is going to. Clock stopped at 42. The officials give the signal to restart it. Eli Reynolds lines up down here on the numbers, bottom of the screen. Handoff right up the middle. Once again, nowhere to go on that play. No real reason to run another play. They can let this kind of run off, this 10 seconds run off the clock, and that is going to be the end of the game with the Papermakers on top out here, 54-0 over the Heritage Timberwolves. Camas just came out here and did make a lot of mistakes and gave a lot of people a lot of opportunity, and everybody who got in the game was able to do something and accomplish something. So it just shows how often these guys get in on games and how comfortable they feel playing on quote-unquote Friday night, you know, on the varsity football field. We saw a lot of underclassmen get some play, and we saw a lot of underclassmen look good.
Yeah, and that's how these programs become perennial favorites in the league, you know, and the Skyview, the Union, the Camas teams, like you said earlier, right? They're comfortable out there. They get their underclassmen out there. They get them real game time, and there's nothing that can really replace that.
No, not at all. And with that being said, we are going to close off our broadcast for the day. We want to thank everybody who joined us on the internet with the YouTube channel and on Comcast 28 and 328. I'm Rodney Lawrence. Ryan Vassbinder, you've been watching EPS Sports. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next Friday.